Thank you for taking the time to view our online volunteer orientation. Volunteers are essential to the foundation and its mission. We wouldn't be able to grant as many wishes each year without the volunteer support of people like you. Volunteers are truly the heart of Make-A-Wish. Roles vary between chapters, and not all volunteer roles are right for every person. Our goal is to ensure the volunteer role meets both the needs of the individual and the chapter. The ideal Make-A-Wish volunteer will know how to work with other volunteers, office staff, and community members effectively, as it truly takes a team to provide a child's wish. During this orientation video, we will explore the background of Make-A-Wish, including our mission, vision, and values, as well as our history. You'll also learn about the impact of a wish on the wish child, the wish child's family, volunteers, and the community at large. Additionally, you will understand the eligibility criteria and the referral process. Finally, you'll have a chance to explore some of the many volunteer roles available. It's important to understand how our basic mission, vision, and values have changed very little over the years and were strongly influenced by our history when they were adopted. When we established these statements, they simply formalized our long-held attitudes and beliefs. Throughout this orientation, I think you'll see how everything we do reflects these beliefs. Make-A-Wish grants the wishes of children with critical illnesses. It is a common misconception that we work only with children who have terminal illnesses. However, this isn't the case. Many of the children we work with go on to lead long, healthy lives, and some are even volunteering with us today. Everything we do embodies the values we hold. We always put the child first. We deliver life-changing work. We are a diverse group of people working together towards a common goal. We are honest, transparent, and respectful, and we are bold, imaginative, and creative. Let's take a look back to see how the largest wish-granting organization in the world got its start. There are two names to remember in our history, Chris and Bopsy. In 1980, before Make-A-Wish was officially formed, Chris Grecius received his wish to be a police officer. Chris was a 7-year-old boy with leukemia who was in treatment with worsening health. His wish was granted by the Department of Public Safety in Phoenix, Arizona, and included such details as a custom-made police officer uniform and a motorcycle proficiency test with traffic cones. Following his passing, Chris received a full officer's funeral, and his story has an impact on every person who hears it. In 1981, Make-A-Wish was formed, and the first official wish kid, Frank Bopsy Salazar, had his wish granted. Bopsy was also 7 years old and had leukemia, and his wish was to be a fireman. In 1983, Make-A-Wish Foundation of America was incorporated to provide guidance to the numerous Make-A-Wish chapters beginning to surface across the country. Even though Chris and Bopsy's stories are over 35 years old, they are part of a legacy that continues today. Just like Chris and Bopsy, kids with critical illnesses still ask for wishes to be granted. Their wishes provide them, as well as their families, a much-needed break from endless doctor visits, hospital stays, and treatments. There are currently 42 Make-A-Wish International affiliates, and there are 62 Make-A-Wish chapters across the United States. In the U.S. alone, there are more than 35,000 volunteers helping to create life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. And every 34 minutes, a wish is granted. Since Chris's wish was granted in 1980, more than 300,000 wishes have been granted around the globe. It is our Make-A-Wish volunteers, donors, and the community that have all allowed such growth both in the U.S. as well as internationally. Now we'd like to tell you a little about the Minnesota chapter. As of January 1st, 2019, Make-A-Wish Minnesota has 22 staff members working out of its headquarters in St. Paul. We have a volunteer team of over 600 volunteers statewide who helped us grant 261 wishes in 2018 and more than 5,500 wishes total since 1985. The average cost of a wish is $11,000, which includes approximately $5,500 cash and $5,500 in-kind donations. The average length of time for a wish to be granted is 9 to 12 months. Next, we'd like to share with you how far the effects of a wish extend. We'll show you that the impact goes far beyond the wish child and family and has lasting effects on all involved in the wish experience. Based on the Wish Impact Study, you can see that a child's wish affects parents and children in many ways. Almost all Wish families report that the wish strengthened them as a family. Illness takes a toll not just on children, but on the entire family. We don't always focus on the impact of a wish on families, but our wish children remind us all the time. Note that a child's wish is often a turning point in their battle for health. The wish experience also gives children increased feelings of happiness. Health professionals and volunteers also feel the positive benefits of a child's wish. Health professionals see how children who feel an increased sense of control are able to fight their illness more effectively. Volunteers are impacted in a positive way by participating in a child's wish. A full 92% of volunteers felt a greater need to give back and help another family after volunteering. Now that you've seen the impact a wish can have on a family and community, we'll share a bit about the eligibility criteria for wish kids, the referral process, and the different types of wishes. A child's eligibility to receive a wish is determined based on a few factors. They must be at least 2.5 years old and not older than 18 at the time of referral. They need to live within the state of Minnesota, though we can refer them to another Make-A-Wish chapter if they do not live here. And this must be their first time to receive a wish. Finally, they must be diagnosed with a critical illness. A child's medical eligibility is confirmed by their doctor. If a child is not determined to be eligible, they will be referred to another wish-granting organization. There are no qualifications based on gender, race, religion, socioeconomic or legal status, or any other demographic category. Children are referred to the Make-A-Wish Foundation from a few different sources. Doctors or other medical professionals, such as a nurse, social worker, or child life specialist from a child's clinic or treating hospital may refer them. The child's parent or other family member could be the ones to start the ball rolling, or in some cases, a wish child themselves might be the one to reach out to us to begin the wish process. We also accept referrals from family members who are able to provide sufficient information to complete the referral form. Once a child becomes eligible to receive a wish, we start to hear about their most heartfelt wishes, which generally fall into 5 categories. I wish to be, for example, a pilot, a firefighter, or a princess. I wish to go, maybe to Disney World, the beach, or overseas. I wish to have, such as a puppy, a gaming package, or an accessible bathroom. I wish to meet a celebrity, such as a sports figure or a YouTube star. And I wish to give, for example, new uniforms to my school football team or teddy bears to kids at the hospital. Every wish is as unique as the child who receives it. Here's where you come in. Now we'll talk about the various available volunteer opportunities within our chapter. There are many wonderful ways you can get involved as a volunteer. We will discuss the 3 main roles for working with Wish Kids, which are listed on the left in green, more in depth, and we'll touch briefly on the other roles. We recommend reading each role's full description on our website before choosing which roles would be the best fit for you. One of the primary ways volunteers get involved is through wish granting. Wish granters work in teams of 2 or 3 to meet with the wish families, interview the wish children, and find out what the child's most heartfelt wish is. Wish granters assist the office staff with various tasks throughout the entire wish process. They solicit in-kind donations, plan unique and creative enhancements for the wish, and are responsible for making sure each child receives a special, magical wish. To become a wish granter, volunteers must complete a comprehensive training. If you are interested in wish granting, be sure to thoroughly read through the entire wish granter description found on our website. We are in need of volunteers for this role throughout Minnesota, with the highest needs in Greater Minnesota, St. Paul, and the East Metro. Meet and greet volunteers perform a service that is essential to creating an exceptional wish experience. We are always in need of more willing volunteers to meet families and help start or complete their wishes with a big smile. Meet and greeters meet wish families at the airport to assist the family through the check-in and security process, answer questions, and act as a friendly face. Meet and greeters also ask airline crew for special perks for the child, such as visiting the cockpit and meeting the pilot, or having a special announcement made on the plane. Many of our families have never flown before, much less with a child who now may have medications or equipment to consider. Volunteers provide them with another set of eyes and hands to help make the process easier. Meet and greeters help make sure each child's trip gets off to a great and worry-free start, and similarly end stress-free with a friendly face. To become a meet and greeter, volunteers must complete a 30-minute online training. Shopping spree assistants help make sure the Wish children from Minnesota and other states have a shopping spree wish at the Mall of America they'll never forget. They accompany the Wish child on the first day of their shopping spree, making sure the child and family have everything they need and are taken care of. Before the child's arrival, shopping spree assistants network with the child's favorite stores to solicit in-kind donations or plan special treatment to make the child's wish extra special. On the day of the shopping spree, they meet with the family at the Mall of America and accompany them to the Wish child's favorite stores. Overall, their role is to assist the Wish family with any questions or concerns during their shopping spree and provide a bit of Minnesota nice that adds a special touch to each wish. A 30-minute online training is required in order to volunteer as a shopping spree assistant. We will now touch briefly on other rewarding volunteer roles that we hope you'll consider. Fundraising volunteers assist the development team in seeking in-kind donations, write grant and/or sponsorship proposals, collaborate to build partnerships with local companies, or conduct research on local companies' giving campaigns. Special events volunteers plan, organize, and implement successful fundraising events by working on event committees, helping out on the day of the event, and/or participating in the event. Speakers Bureau volunteers speak at local community, school, business, or civic events, increasing awareness and support for Make-A-Wish while educating audiences about the Make-A-Wish mission. The Speakers Bureau program will be launching in 2019 and is reserved for volunteers who are former Wish kids, Wish parents, or individuals who have been actively involved with the organization for at least a year. Office volunteers assist with miscellaneous projects at the office, including phone calls, data entry, Wish research, mailings, etc. And translators and interpreters help facilitate Wish experiences for non-English speaking families or assist with translation requests as needed. Just a few more things before we wrap up. Here you will find contact information for Make-A-Wish America as well as our local chapter. All of this information can also be found on our website at mn.wish.org. Now that you've viewed this video, the next step is to complete a volunteer application, which can be downloaded from our website, or you can email volunteer services at mn.wish.org for the PDF. Upon receipt of your completed application, you will have a brief phone interview with volunteer services. The final step in the application process is a mandatory criminal background check. Volunteers are trusted to work directly with our Wish families and may handle Make-A-Wish Foundation resources, including money and donated goods, while working on wishes or at events. For the protection of the Wish families and the foundation itself, we require criminal background checks of all staff and volunteers. The fee for the background check is $30, and we ask volunteers to cover this cost for their initial application so that as many chapter funds as possible may be directed into granting wishes. Please reach out to our Volunteer Services Department if you have any questions about anything at any step along the way. Thank you for taking the time to watch this volunteer orientation and learn about all the ways you can contribute to our mission and make wishes come true. We look forward to getting to know you throughout the application process.